be making the vignette card with some extras. So let's get straight into making this vignette card so then I can share the extras. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you the die because I neglected to do that yesterday. Okay, so the vignette die is actually this piece here. This is the die itself that makes the structure. Then you have other pieces like this, which is like a card layer. Then you have these, which are walls. These can be used for pictures and that kind of stuff. So if you look here, that type of thing. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for joining me. I just got started. And then we have the accessory pieces, which is a table, chair, two frames, different frames. This here is a chandelier, and these are like the little toppers. And I do not know what this piece is. So anybody out there, can you tell me what this piece is for? Anna said that it was used for hoping the card open and close, but I don't know where and how because she never demonstrated that at Create. So I don't know. Okay, so we cut out the two pieces here, and then you just score on the score line. So you score here, you score here, and you score here. Those are the score lines, and there's a score here, right? And you do that for both pieces. Then after you've scored all the scores, you cut off this one, which is that extra piece here, and you cut off this, which is this extra piece here. So now they're not identical anymore because you've cut off that piece, but you don't need it. So you don't have to worry about it. So then what you do is you connect these two pieces together. And under here is all my little accessory stuff. So you connect those pieces together. I found that the best way for me to connect the pieces together is to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Put the pieces together and then connect them, because you can lay them side by side or however you want to connect them. But I find that if I just lay them next to each other, that I can join them better because they're matched up together. And so that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to flip this over just so I can get these together and see they're matched up. And then I'm just going to lay this right on top of there. And it fits perfectly because they're perfect mates. Because when I cut them out together. So they're a perfect mate. And then I just rub them so you can get them to that glue, set that glue. A tape, whatever that is. Come off. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this, and I'm going to just lay that right down and burnish that glue or tape into place. And when you open it up, it's almost a perfect match. You see that? It's almost a perfect match. And that's how that works. Okay? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is for. I gotta look. When we do our call with Anna, I'm gonna find out. Okay, and so in order to get this card, this piece together, it just folds up just like that. It just folds right in half, and that's how you mail it. And that's your floor. Okay, and so this piece here, these pieces here, in order to reinforce them, you have to lay these down. And there is a score mark right there. And so don't put your tape over that score line because you'll interrupt. And on each side, there's a score line. Okay? You don't want to take it over that score line. And the reason for that is because you're going to make this top part stronger by laying it down so it can hold your curtains. And lay that part down. And so now you have this open piece here. And this goes together. These two tabs, they connect right in the center, just like that. So we're going to put a little piece of tape right here. And I love this tearing tape because I can just tear it right then. So we're going to just put this piece of tape, excuse me, these two pieces together. And they fit together perfectly. And so I'm just going to use my folder and do that burnishing just to make sure that my tape is stuck down just like that. And so now you have the makings, and this piece here holds in your chandelier or everything you have hanging. Hi Pam, thank you for joining me. I just got started putting this together. And so now, as you can see, when you fold it, it folds up into a nice little card base. Nice and simple. And that is the whole card. That is the whole card base. So now all we have to do is let's put some stuff on it. And that's all we really doing to this card. It's more of a decorating piece than anything. You're decorating it. So I'm going to put my wardrobe right here. And you don't want to put it down too far that it'll obstruct the ability to close. And so I'm going to put it in here. Excuse me, with my, where is my, I just cleaned up my desk because my husband put another shelf above me. So trying to find stuff is like, ooh. And so I'm just going to put some of these little pop dots on here to lift it up and give it some lift off the wall. And you don't want to put it up too high because this is considered a chair rail. So if I put it up here, it'll look like it's floating in the air. So I'm going to put it right down here, but I'm going to match it up with that little bottom part. Actually, I want to move it over just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. And then I want to put on my little desk. And I'm just going to match it and put it right on this other side. And we're going to pop that up too. I really enjoy these kits because sometimes I just don't want to color. Sometimes I just want to put stuff together and have it work. And that's what this is. This is a put together and it works. So then what did I match that up with? I matched it up right here. So I'm going to match that up right here. Just like that. And it still folds with no problem. Okay. So next, these little purple pieces. I did them by cutting out some Crafter's Companion glimmer paper, and I used that die. And so the reason why I did that is because I want to cover this and just give it a little bit of shimmer. So not too much going on, just a little bit. And I'm still using my little craft glue, this tacky glue. I get this from Dollar General. Come on. Yep, I get this little craft glue from Dollar General because I like to check out different glues because I really hate paying a lot for glue. And I actually buy my glue from Michael's or Joann's or whatever, but my glue that I normally use is Glue All, Elmer's Glue All. Because I believe that Glue All or Elmer's, as we know, is if you grew up as a kid, what did you make everything from? What did you use to glue? We always use Elmer's. So me using fancy stuff on paper seems like a waste of money when I can spend buying some dyes or something. Okay? And so I'm going to put the little cherub right here to make it kind of look like he is a picture on the wall, right? And then we're going to include us a chair. I wanted to put the chair, I guess I should put the chair on the side where the desk is, huh? Okay, but I really like this purple desk, this purple chair. I just picked out a bunch of different things that I could use. And these are double-sided. So if you wanted to put it over here, you could, or over here. And so I'm just going to put it right on that side. And her stuff is so elegant that I really love this French set. Even though this is not my style, I'm more of modern comfort. This type of stuff looked like it. I couldn't sit on it. I used to have a living room with all this French stuff, and my friends hated to come over my house because they never could sit on my furniture. And I didn't get rid of it until my children came of age. Excuse me, because they was like, Mom, none of my friends can sit on our furniture. They don't like to come over our house. And so I finally got rid of that type of furniture. Okay, so this was one of her chandeliers. All I did was fold it in half so I could put it right here. And I'm going to flatten this part out and add some glue there, just so I can put this up here. And I'm just going to put it, I was going to put it right here. Yep. Just because I wanted to hang down. Okay. And so this is my little trick. I only had 2 hands and I want to keep it moving. I use paper clips, those long paper clips. And it'll hold it in place. Let me make sure it's straight, so I can keep it moving. There we go. Now I want to add my curtains. And so all I'm going to do is add some pop dots on my curtains so I can get them on my vignette. And the curtains also are double-sided. And so I'm just putting this right in here. And if you can see, this goes right down to that floor, so it's not obstructing anything. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And the reason for the lift is so that the desk and stuff, it can clear the desk. That's another reason why I'm adding the pop dots, so it can clear the desk, which I might need to do like a double layer. If I do a double layer, that'll make them even. Let me see, can I move this one and add a double layer? Yep, I can put a double layer and make it even taller. Yeah. Yep. I can make them just a little bit taller, and that gets them even further out the way of the desk and the armoire. My daughter, she wants one of these armoires for her dining room, and I keep telling her no. I'm like, you're not an old lady. You don't need one of those for your dining room. It'll take up too much room. She's like, I want to display the china though. And I'm like, nope. Use your china. Don't display it. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I want to get this done because I want to show y'all something that I worked on earlier today. And I wanted to stop what I was doing and get on the video and make this so I could show y'all. And my husband was like, you have to do your work, because I had conference calls all morning and all the way up until early afternoon. And oh wow, I got one at 6 o'clock too. And so I have to get to work or do some work. And so we're going to put this one right here. Okay. And there we go. And then I'll take this off because it should be dry by now. And it is. And so with that on there, when you fold this all in, it's going to fold in my little chandelier too. and it still folds down. Okay, so there we go with that. Anna always says put things on one on each side, but I don't think that needs to be there. So we're not going to put it there. The next thing we have to do is we have to put this curtain on. And in order to do that, all you have to do is fold this curtain in half. You even score it. It doesn't matter. But fold it in half. And then put, what is my tape gun? Oh, here it is. Then put tape on it so you can put it on your design. Oops. And so all I'm going to do is match up this score line or these two joins with that centerpiece that I scored, or folded it in half, fold in half, and it'll go right on there. And it's kind of like that double curtain that we did yesterday. That's kind of that same effect. And so this goes right on here. And then you still have the ability to fold this all in. And it goes into a card just like that. So we folded it all in. Okay. And of course, you decorate your front to make it look nice and pretty and stuff. And I don't really decorate that much, but you decorate it so it can look pretty. But there is your card. Oops, I didn't fold that out. Okay, there we go. And there we are. That's our little card, our vignette, and it folds right up like it's supposed to. I'm having a problem with this little chandelier. I wanted to use the one from the kit, but I might have to use the other one. But that's okay because this is just a sample. And so that is my little vignette. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This vignette is so pretty, but if you did not get a chance to actually buy this die set, you still can make something. If you didn't get a chance to buy this, you still can make something just like this on your own. Okay? All you need is this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, right? Let me see if I can get it in here. This is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, right? All you need to do is score it down the middle, turn it, and score it down the middle, right? Then you burnish it this way, and you burnish it this way, right? Then you take that sheet of paper and you cut up one of those score lines. That's it. You just open up your score line. That's all you do, right? And then once you open up your score line, in order to make this piece of paper foldable, you take a point. This point, you could do it this way or this way. I chose to do it this way, and I scored from here to the end of my sheet of paper, just like that. And I folded it. I put a crease in it, right? So there you go. Weird, like what in the world? This is what happens when you do that. You make your own vignette that folds down. So you can open that right up, glue these two pieces to one another. So you glue that just like this. and you just made your own floor. I slid it as soon as I moved it. Okay, get on there. Okay, there we go. So there we go. We just glued it together and we made our own floor. And now these are our walls. So when you put something on here, you can decorate up this wall with whatever you want. All you have to do is make sure that you don't put anything over this score line. So you can decorate this wall, put a chair. Like I could put the chair here. I can put my little picture here. I can put my armoire here. And now I have my own room. And it all lays down just like that. So we have then made our own personal vignette that reminds you of this. And this now is a 6x6. And this is a 5x7. Same type of thing. And if you don't want it to be this big, you can make an A2 size. So you can do the same thing with an A2 size. All you have to do is make this. This is 8.5 by 11 by 8.5. So 8.5 by 11. Put half, half. Make your floor. Same exact thing. Decorate, and there you go. Same thing. So now you have an A2 size. So you got a choice of A2 using 8.5 by 11 paper or 12 by 12 paper. Or if you have the vignette, to use your vignette die. Look at that. So we don't necessarily have to have the dies to make vignette cards. And I figured that out earlier today. And then I went and looked it up on YouTube to see if I had the right idea. And I found it. It's called a side corner folding card or something like that. Thank you, Sonia. So now our vignette, as we know it, is only a side card, side corner, or a corner card fold. That's all this is. It's a corner card fold. And this does the same thing. If you want to make rooms, you can make your own rooms by putting these together. So you would put a room here and a room here, and then you close them all up and you have rooms. And there we go. And so this is our Anna Griffin vignette card making dies. Loving it. And so this was the previous one that I did. This is the one I did in finishing school. And this is the one that I just did. And so these are 2 rooms. Now I have 2 rooms. I have a sitting room over here. And I have a dining room-ish office over here. And so these 2 go together. They can go right together. So I could put a third one here, and make this into a book. Got to get that chandelier right. But I can make that into a book. Isn't that fabulous? I'm loving what these dies can do. And so those are, there goes my third one I made. I made another one. It's right here. That's that third one. But you can put these all together and make your own house. And so this is my design for today. I hope you like it. I hope you got something for it. I appreciate you watching and seeing all the creations that I've been doing with the Anna Griffin stuff. I'm really excited about all of the finishing school type of things that we learned and the dies, so we can find ways to really use our supplies. All right, so thank you so much, and I'll be back with my next video. Will be, I think, I'm not sure which one is the next class, but I will be back with another create class. Hi, Dr. E. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Sonia. I'm loving this. And the ideas are endless. And I didn't even get to decorate the fronts of them. That's even more you can do if you decorate the fronts. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.